Hello, this is Phineas Within. Chances are this is going to be my final recording on a YouTube channel. I will be moving up to a .com global and universal within a very short amount of time. Yesterday I saw, I would definitely say, my most epic of the most clearest precognition. Saw a rift open in the sky and saw an opening. Now, I reflected upon this, and a dream was shown to me, which I had, I believe, a year plus ago. To try and explain what I saw is, again, just not possible. As if to see galaxies in the form of castles, landscapes, just a cubicle, a square cubicle of a foot would be the amount of possibly 4 to 5 galaxies. The hybrid existence is a very, there's a very rich density of understanding. The very landscape, the very air, the very clouds, everything that is in the hybrid existence is living in such a way that it links to not just an eternal fractal understanding of origins and realizations, but it is a living essence of means that truly cannot be understood, only identified as a spectacle of amazingness. Which is to say that we cannot analytically understand life, we cannot philosophically understand life either. Poetry, music, and visual art have a composure and understanding that words and philosophy truly cannot convey. Philosophy is very creative, words are very creative, but nothing can take place of existence, such as words, poetry, art, etc. The same thing for life itself. We use mediums to express upon, from, and to convey our own unique expression and discernment and understanding of what we see and what we experience. Life being the ultimate experience and the ultimate realization itself. I say a day or two. A day or two. Yesterday was Eternal Reflection Day, I guess you could say. A cosmic holiday, I guess you could say. Of course, irony. It was on Easter. Let's see, my friend was playing some Ozark Tentacles, and we were watching TV and just watching how synchronicity slowly began to deepen more and more as the music reflected upon what was being shown on TV. Then Tool, of course, incredible defined irony with commercials and a game show we were watching. Very epic. Synchronicity is not just in real time, and it always is, but the density is extreme right now. The actuality began April 1st, 12 a.m. Now, whatever you might see that is different, or feel that is different, cannot be said entirely as far as clarity, because we truly cannot define life. We experience life, and life is ever perplexing, eternal. Then you have the fractal eternities of eternal eternities, and then you have eternal existences and eternal universes. So, in the hybrid existence, you will understand that words in analytical ways, even through philosophy or poetry, truly cannot transpire your form. It is being. By being, you are living. By living, you are becoming. And by becoming, you are being, essentially. Rebirth is reached. Whatever persona that you hold dear to yourself now. Temporary, yes, but the realization of evolving other personas, your higher self, becoming your higher self, allowing your persona now to rest, to, in a sense, hibernate, because the persona that most are using is worn thin. This is why commercials have taken a very staggering jump off the cliff again. They repeatedly do this because the system is built on purely the government standards. Without the government, there is no idealistic reality to live by at all. A day or two. I have finished Monolithicalism, Fractals and Goddesses, Synthetic-ism Edition. Synthetic-ism and Synthetic-ism Edition are two of the same, however, Synthetic Edition evolved to Synthetic-ism Edition. Essentially, it's 2 movies in one now. It is spectacular. The runtime is 2 hours, 50 plus minutes long. Literally from the very first second to the very last. It is not just synchronicity, it is not just amazing, it's an extreme expression of both perfection and expression itself. The movie is obviously using what I can, the standards being unnatural, not having the software I need. I work with what I can. However, the way this movie has been done, again, it proves that though everything we experienced was ultimately and absolutely unnecessary in every way possible, it wasn't in vain. Therefore, a great deal of regret, guilt, anything that reflects on this unnatural circumstantial reality greatly depletes. So the movie is already a very brilliant step towards humanity's evolution, and ET evolution as well. But there's more. There's much more. It's not just the hybrid existence that we're going to be experiencing. We're going to be experiencing an existence that is linked to all other existences and universes. Crossing over to those universes and existences to experience is possible. But to enter the hybrid existence is essentially one step below the ultimate existence. Why the hybrid existence? Because it's not just where I come from, but it is the ultimate realization. It is necessary. There has been far too much obscurity for far too long, and Gaia essentially is not just a hybrid being, but definitely an ultimate being. She has also gone through much. We consider what we have gone through difficult, but she realizes that all beings on the planet are not just going through unnatural circumstances, but she sees every possible way that it can be changed, fixed, and ascended. Even we, though, I understand this. The planet is a quantification. She is a planetary being. It is far different. As beings, we cannot just think of our own ascension. Coexistence is the ascending key itself. Ascension is fine. To think of the self is fine. To evolve the self is fine, but coexistence is the ultimate realization of becoming an ultimate being. With light workers, there's an act of selflessness. There's more focus on simplistic themes. There is not a realistic actuality. There is not a clarification that all dimensions coexist simultaneously with all eternal universes